What a good sound.
It is a good sound. You know what else is a good sound? The sound of talking to y'all in person.
What at a table?
It's been too long.
Watch our elbows.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I got to get back in the hygiene.
All right, Julie, explain to us how we're going to do the first welcome to Podlander.
Nope.
Welcome to Sickburn Jane, Podlander Drunkcast podcast. I'm Allison.
I'm Julie.
Who's me?
What now?
Don't you say, and that's Janine?
I do, don't I?
Yeah.
Hold on.
This is what happens when we record in person for the first time.
That was such a funny moment.
Welcome to Sickburn Jane, Podlander Drunkcast podcast. I'm Allison.
I'm Julie.
That's Janine.
Hi.
Who is me? We are wrapping up Volume 1 of Imbibe and Prejudice with our little brackets conversation.
Yes.
I believe I promised you guys I was going to do a lot of homework.
I did not.
I mean, I did some. I crowdsourced.
You found a bracket that he can use his space
I
notebook
paid
on.
$1.50 for it on Etsy.
Oh, did you use the card?
No.
Oh, man.
Listen, you can get reimbursed for that.
You know what?
That's a business
Here's
expense.
the thing. I'm definitely going to use that in my personal life, so it's fine. You're going to use it.
We bracket everything.
We bracket everything.
So
you
I
owe
guess
me
that's-
an Elton John singles bracket.
I know. I was actually talking about that to Neil last night because Benny and the Jets came on at the O, and I'm like, this song bangs. So everyone who listens to this show probably knows by now that Allison and I fucking love doing brackets.
Mm-hmm.
And on the Slack, lots of bitches like doing brackets.
Bitches love a
I
bracket.
mean, that's apparently how we decide if there are people or not, if you're into a bracket.
You got to be into bracketology.
Yeah.
And Allison and I have made many brackets. So we're challenging ourselves today in order to keep things kind of tight. We're going to seed a 16 birth bracket in 20 minutes.
Before we begin,
Yeah.
what's your pick for our best bracket of all time before today? Bonus points if it was never completed because we were too elaborate.
Well, the best supporting our best character actor one was really good.
That's mine too.
Yeah. And I also really loved the one about, was it episodes of sitcoms or was it just sitcoms? Was it like Cheers versus Seinfeld or like?
I think it was just sitcoms.
It was. That one was a fun one too. That one lasted for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Because the debates were very heated.
Well, we kept that paper and we went back to it at,
Yep.
at multiple points.
Neil and I still haven't finished our Beatles bracket. We're down to the championship match. I can't remember the other song.
What's the longest a bracket discussion has gone for you?
Oh my God, months.
Yeah.
The
I used to
sitcom
keep
one,
them in my wallet.
Yeah, the sitcom one took forever.
Oh, yeah.
Because we would, whenever we went to the Glenwood or the O or whatever, we just pull it out and work on it a little bit more.
Wow.
And every once in a while, we'd do it at the O, and we'd have one too many beers, and one of us would get really mad and storm off, and I'd just sadly
quietly
fold
it
bracket.
back up, put it back in the wallet.
I love you guys'
Until
friendship.
next time.
But yeah, so long way around the barn. We love picking
Yes.
brackets.
So what we are going to do is we are first going to add a little light fantasy element and come up with a list of contenders, and then pick the 16 from the list amongst us.
Mm-hmm.
We can keep track of who picked what, and then whoever wins, whatever, I don't know, gets the extra donut. And then we'll seed, and we're going to do that fast.
Yes, we have to do it fast because this could take forever.
Remember, any butthole in any adaptation, this could, in theory, be an all Collins bracket if there were 16 Collinses.
Okay.
Janine,
Do you have a blank page that you can write on?
Butthole bracket, and then...
we need a list page.
Oh, I deleted the other pages on this so I could get clear. Hold on a second. I got you. I got this.
Space notebook.
Notebook of the future. Where's my whiteboard?
I don't know.
So we're just screaming out buttholes from any adaptation, right?
From any fucking adaptation.
Okay, Caroline Bingley from the PP.
Well, hold
Oh,
on.
wait.
He's getting his
No,
thing up.
Yeah,
Okay.
not yet.
He's pulling up a whiteboard. He's not getting his thing up. Sorry, Mom. I like that we're like, ooh, a blue joke, when just a few weeks ago we entertained a room full of people with tales of a Scotsman lifting his wife astride his face, climbing onto a desk, and singing Ragtime Gal into her vagina.
We didn't shy away from that at all, did we?
Hey, I forgot about the Ragtime Gal! It's a little spoiler.
Hello, my baby.
For when the live fanfic comes out, y'all.
Oh my God.
A little spoiler.
Okay.
Okay, Caroline Bingley from Nemesis is my first butthole.
Bing.
My first butthole is Caroline Bingley from Wishbone.
Ooh.
Bingley. Wishbone.
Collins from Nemesis.
Collins. Nemesis.
Wickham.
We're doing 20 minutes, right?
No, that's for the seating.
That's the seating.
Okay.
Wickham from Wishbone.
Oh, yeah.
Wickham.
I'm poor.
Fucking the judge from Death Comes to Pemberley. That's kind of a deep cut, but super butthole.
Mm-hmm.
The magistrate or whatever, that fucking Ben Franklin looking motherfucker. That's what we call him. I bet that guy has played Ben Franklin before in his life. Odds?
Yeah, totally.
Like
At
90%.
Outdoor repertory theater.
Yes, girl.
I'm going to go with Mrs. Bennet from Nemesis.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to go with Mr. Collins from Zombies, Matt Smith,
Yeah.
for the sheer physical comedy of it.
Put one in there.
Santa from Christmas Comes to Town.
Yes. The gardener but was Santa. Not even trying to hide it, just like butthole out to the wind.
He was just like, fuck this.
All right. I'm going to say Mary from Kira Fest.
Oh yeah.
I married Elon Musk.
Well, shit. Mary from Death Comes to Pemberley, man. She was a fuck. Or, not Mary.
Lydia?
Lydia.
Yes. The best Lydia, in my opinion.
Yes.
Let's get something from Bridget Jones in there.
Oh, yeah. God. Well,
Jeez.
Daniel Cleaver.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hugh Grant.
Mm-hmm.
From the BJD.
Mm-hmm.
BJ.
And you know what? Get another BJD down there. Put Tits Pervert.
Oh, Tits Pervert.
That's from the...
BJD.
Mr. Fitzherbert.
But he was the one who was... he was the uncle that was always commenting on her tits.
No. He's the guy at her work.
That worked at the publishing thing that was
Oh,
always
yeah.
staring at her tits.
Yeah, well then the uncle,
Yeah, him too.
that was always a creeper. So-
Uncle
Creeper uncle.
Jeffrey.
It is Uncle Jeffrey. Nice memory.
Thanks. Can't remember my name sometimes.
But I'm gonna
But I
remember
definitely
Uncle
remember Una and Uncle Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Okay. I can't really think of anyone from the Laurence Olivier Greer Garson one that I care enough about to say.
No.
From Bride and Prejudice, probably the guy that actually plays the Wickham that came out of the sea.
Oh, shit.
the Little
Sea-
Mermaid
Sea
Wickham.
Wickham.
Sea
Sea
Wickham.
Sea Wickham.
Sea Wickham. Sea Wickham.
Yum. Did we just do Hot Pockets?
We did. Sea Wickham.
Yum.
Oh no.
Sorresto.
Actually, no, we did not do Hot Pockets. That's Red Robin. Red Robin, yum.
Hot Pockets.
But there's no yum at the end of
Yum.
Now there is.
It is. It's Red Robin. Yum.
Yeah.
And Hot Pockets. The Beltline Bar's famous Mexican cafe. Okay.
All right. How many do we have?
We gotta
1,
keep
2,
going.
3,
We have
4, 5,
missed some
6,
big
7,
ones.
8,
Okay,
9,
keep going.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Caroline from Bride and Prejudice.
Caroline.
Mm-hmm.
Caroline.
Kira, right?
Kira. Her name is Kira. Yeah. So Kira from B&P. Let's do Adrian Lucas.
Just in general.
Well, 'cause
He's
it's
the
two.
He's
in
a great
two.
Wickham, right?
And then he's Wickham again.
Right.
Because he...
The Wickham in the play.
Because he
Yeah.
is a Wickham.
He is Wickham.
He is a Wickham.
You know who I want to put on this list? I mean, we have to get to the... Do we have all the Collinses? Have we done the big one yet?
Yeah. That
Nemesis?
Was yeah.
Okay. We got to do... let's see. Mary from Nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
We got to do...
Lady...
Lady Catherine from Nemesis and from Kira.
Yep.
Well,
Dame Judi Dench. That's all you have to put down.
Nemesis, and then
Dame Judi Dench.
Dame Judy D.
Dame Judi D.
DJ D. Coming in hot with that 6-foot hair.
Let's do Lydia. No, you know what? Let's do Kitty. Kitty from Nemesis.
She's just a whiner.
She's so whiny.
Yeah, she is whiny.
Because you know what? That Lydia, at least.
I never get to go to Brighton.
Exactly.
Yes, you're right.
That Lydia just wants to party, and she's a moron. Mm-hmm. But she just wants to party. Kitty's the one who's like, if I were to go to Brighton, I would behave better than that.
Yeah, you're right. Kitty from Nemesis.
Oh fuck. Fitzwilliam from Death?
Death, yes.
Yes.
Fitzwilliam, good call.
Oh my God. You're right. He was a butthole.
Mm-hmm.
He was a big butthole.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to put it, I'm going to throw a wrench. I wouldn't do this in Death Comes to Pemberley because all he does is get murdered. But Denny, Lieutenant Denny in Nemesis, because he knows the whole fucking time that Wickham is a piece of trash, and he does jack shit about
right,
it.
You're right. He's a protector.
Like, let me introduce you to my friend, the sexual predator.
Yep. That's true.
Sex pest, meet young women.
Yep.
We have both the Lady Catherines.
Oh, all Miss Bennet's. Every single Mrs. Bennett. Every single Mrs.
Well, we have
Bennett.
Mrs. Bennett Nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, put
Mrs. Bennett,
Kira, Mrs. Bennett,
and Mrs. Bennett. Well, Mrs. Jones, BJD.
Oh yeah, Gemma.
Adderton. What's the name of Colin Firth's shitty fiance in?
Oh my God.
Or coworker, shitty coworker.
Yeah, the other lawyer.
Miss Honey from Matilda.
What?
Speaking of formative childhood crushes. Oh wait, we did Hotness in the other episode.
What is her name? Does it start with a P?
The actress name is Embeth Davis.
But the character name,
I'll look it up.
I can't believe I can't remember it. Does it start with a P or a T? It's a plosive. Does he ever use her last name? But yeah, she goes on the list. Lady lawyer from BJD.
I'm looking it up.
LL.
Oh, she's an old. I have that at home. I have to watch it. Oh, we'll be seeing her again because she is also in Mansfield Park.
Oh, all right.
Who does she play?
Portia or something like that. It's a name like that.
Hey, you know who cannot go on this list, but I just love her and I want to say her name? Shirley Henderson. Mm-hmm. They're just, her friends are just good in Bridget Jones. They're not buttholes. But.
Oh, Shirley Henderson is the one from Miranda, right? Is she the one that plays Shazzer?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's very funny.
Is this Bridget Jones too? Where is she?
And her name isn't Portia.
No, it's not Shazzer. It's Jude.
Oh,
she's
okay.
Moaning Myrtle.
Moaning Myrtle, right? The one
Natasha.
Natasha. Thank you.
But also, no, you know what? Do we include Perpetua? Because Perpetua is the worst until her one moment of glory.
No, because she comes around. She's awesome.
Her best moment is the good moment.
Yes, so she can't be considered a butthole.
Okay. Is there anyone else? Anybody else from Wishbone? No.
Somebody on the Slack did mention that maybe Demont from Wishbone should be in this berth. Because isn't he the one that starts the whole lie situation?
Yes.
Demont was a butthole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nemesis, we have Mary.
I feel like there were a lot more buttholes in Christmas Comes to Pemberley that we're ignoring.
Yeah, but that's
just put Christmas at Pemberley Manor as one of the
buttholes.
As
the butthole. You know what? That might win.
No, you know what?
We don't even have to fucking do a bracket.
Hold on. No, I take it back. It's not Christmas at Pemberley Manor. The butthole from Christmas at Pemberley Manor is the sinkhole.
Yeah. You're right. It was
it's the
superior
Earth's
version.
Butthole.
Yes.
Drag me to hell, bitch.
It puckered the moment that story was written.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was so weird. It just showed up in the screenplay. Cursed.
Ugh.
Okay. We did. Is there anybody else from Nemesis? Collins, Mrs. Bennett,
Mary.
Mary.
We got that.
Do we have Mary from Nemesis?
Yes.
We have 27.
Do we have Mary from Nemesis?
Mary from Nemesis. Mary in the Nemesis. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're also narrowing.
At some point.
Lady Catherine from Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Oh, that's
sure,
right.
sure.
Ooh,
Eye
do we
patch.
need the Wickham from Pride? I mean, he does lead a literal horde of zombies.
Yes. But we also need to put Darcy from Zombies.
Ooh, yeah.
Because did Darcy make this all happen on purpose with the pig thing?
Yeah.
Fucking Darcy.
Someone in the Slack suggested that we put the composer of Pride and Prejudice the musical.
No, it's too rude.
It's too rude, right?
It's too rude.
I'm putting it down.
No! Okay, well, we don't have to include it.
Just noted.
Just there for
We
posterity.
wrote it down.
That wasn't the only one they wrote either. They've done other
Mm.
fucking
You're
adaptations.
incensed.
You're just incensed. Okay. Nobody else from. Do we want to do Mary from Pride and Prejudice? No, Mary from Bride and Prejudice.
No,
rules.
Too awesome.
She was
She
great.
just wants to do the snake dance.
The snake dance
She's
is
exempt.
too good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she's exempt.
fine.
Yes.
She's not a butthole.
What about Collins from Kira?
Oh, yeah, if you want to put him on there. I know a lot of people really love him. He's a non-thing to me, but...
He's such a non-thing for me too. So he's not going to make it very far in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he probably won't make the...
He might not make
because
the
we're
bracket.
narrowing to 16.
Okay.
Okay, so first, let's all pick 4, and then we'll have 4 left for anyone that we get left out.
Mm-hmm.
Janine is having trouble with his notepad of the future.
I just can't.
Actually, can we take a short break? I have to use the bathroom.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just can't keep.
Just play
it
some
up.
off-market yakety sax.
Now we're picking what goes in the bracket. This is the 20-minute.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're each going to pick 4, and then we'll argue out the last 4 from the things that are left. This way, if nobody picks David Bamber, we will obviously still... I know. Are we flipping a coin?
I just rolled
How are
my
we
eyes.
doing this?
I rolled my eyes so hard. I've got a timer here, Janine, if you don't want
No,
to.
but I mean, how are we going to determine who starts?
I have a dice. Do you want dice to roll? Or
Yes,
Hell yeah.
it's our way.
It's a bracket.
It is our way.
What side? How many sides do you want?
Just get a
20 or go the fuck home.
get a 20 and the highest leads off. And
Okay.
then we'll go
Clockwise.
I just did counterclockwise. I'm the 6.
Hot pockets. Yum.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. It's an actual dice box. Look at this. Ooh. Okay, here we go. I'm rolling your big chunky D20.
All right.
Get your mind out of the gutter buttholes. A 3. Terrible.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Fuck you. 16.
All right, so Janine picks his 4 first, then Allison picks her 4.
No, 1.
1, 1, 1, 1. Okay,
Yeah.
so Janine goes first. Hold on. I'm about to start a timer for 20 minutes because we agreed that this is the way we were going to do it so that this episode isn't 6 hours long.
I
Yes.
love that you're like I'm setting. the
Oh,
second
yeah.
timer.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah. Here
we
3,
go.
2, 1, go. All right, Janine.
You pick first.
Colin's Nemesis.
God damn it.
Yeah, well, we all knew
You know where I'm
he's
gonna go-
top seeded.
I'm gonna
He's
go
number
eat,
1.
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go with Mary Nemesis.
Go, you keep going. I'll find it.
I'm gonna go with
An A.
Daniel Cleaver from Bridget Jones' Diary.
Oh, good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
That's
Hugh
Hugh
Grant.
Grant. All right, Janine, your turn.
Fuck. Demont Wishbone.
Okay, Demont makes the bracket.
Because he was a butthole.
He was spreading lies. All right, Allison.
I'm going to go Caroline Bingley Wishbone.
Oh,
Jeannie Simpson in the bracket.
Shit.
Okay,
I lost my thing.
that's
Bringing
all
it
right.
back up.
I know what mine's gonna be, so I can hold on to it.
Dressed. Caroline Bingley Wishbone from
Yep.
Allison.
And for me, it's gonna be the Christmas at Pemberley Manor. Just Christmas at Pemberley Manor.
The sinkhole.
Yeah, the sinkhole butthole.
All right, Janine.
Mrs. Bennet Nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
Good pick. I'm going to go Collins Zombie.
Colin Zombie.
Oh, Matt Smith. I'm going to go Darcy Zombie.
Ooh, where you at to?
This is the last 4.
Adrian Lucas.
Okay.
Times 2.
He's a
He is
toofer.
just a good
Double
goddamn
Wickham.
Fucking asshole.
Okay.
Oh, that's J.A.
I'm going to go with Lydia, Death Comes to Pemberley.
Nice. She deserves it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She was so good. All right. Ooh, I'm going to do Lady Catherine
God.
Berg from Nemesis.
Okay.
I mean, Dame Judi Dench is amazing, but I've already gone to the mat for the woman from Nemesis. God, I forgot her name. There's so many actors that I don't know their name, and it's so rude.
James.
No, not Dame Judi Dench.
The other one.
Nemesis.
Lady Catherine de Bourgh, Nemesis.
Lady Kath Nemesis. Where are you? Where are you, Lady Kath Nemesis? You're right here.
Yay.
All right, and now 4 left. So here, hold on. I should have just brought a notebook for this, but I'll do it on my phone. Aaron, read off. Sorry, who's Aaron?
We got a lot of good ones still.
Who do we have?
Caroline.
No, I'm saying who do we pick?
Oh,
yeah.
We got Bingley Wishbone. Caroline Bingley Wishbone. Collins Nemesis. Miss Bennett Nemesis. Collins Zombie.
Hold on. Okay.
Lydia Death Comes.
Great.
Hugh Grant in Life.
Just Hugh Grant. Brackets over.
He's not a butthole.
No, he's not. He used to be.
Demont Wishbone.
Fucking Demont.
It says demons. No, that's autocorrect.
That's not right.
Okay.
Sinkhole Xmas.
Okay.
Lady Kath Nemesis. Mary.
Hold on.
Oh, yep.
Mary Nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Adrian Lucas.
In Life.
In Life.
Just.
No.
No, he actually seems like a wonderful person. Just good at playing an asshole. And then Darcy Zombie.
Okay, so who do we have left? You can cross through all those because I have them. Oh, wait. Do we need to say who was who? No, will we remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
I don't think that matters so much.
Oh, but bragging rights. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll figure it out.
You'll know if one that you picked won.
Yes.
I'm gonna erase them. So
Yes,
I can
erase
pick this
them.
up.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, let's get this. Let's get this party started.
We have 4 more to pick from the leftovers.
Mm-hmm.
So just start reading them down, and then if
Well, he's erasing so that he can read it more easily.
so then if you say something and we're like, yes, immediately we know that one.
Well, we put a little thing by it
Like a star.
so that we know
Mm-hmm.
if we end up with more than 4 and we can. Okay.
Almost there. This Darcy Zombie. Boom. Okay.
Hit us with that list.
Caroline Bingley, Nemesis.
Leave her.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a star?
No, yes, it's a star, but you can just erase the ones we're not going to keep.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wickham Wishbone.
Keep. Contender.
Mm-hmm.
Judge, Death Comes.
You can get rid of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Santa, Christmas at Pemberley.
Keep it.
No.
God.
We've already done the
We have the
entirety.
sink-
Oh, you're right.
Sinkhole.
Get
Yeah.
rid of it.
Mary, Kirafest.
Keep it.
Okay. Mrs. Bennett, Kirafest.
No, she's
go.
too complex.
Yeah. Too
She's not quite the butthole.
She
as
is.
much.
Collins, Kirafest.
Keep it.
Okay. Mrs. Jones, BJD.
Yeah, you got to. That one goes.
Too much
Also-
nuance.
Yeah.
Too much nuance. Natasha, BJD.
Oh,
the
she is
lawyer.
really a butthole.
She is a butthole. Keep it for now.
it.
Yeah.
Caroline, Kirafest.
Hot asshole.
Caroline Bingley from Kira Fest.
She's got that rich girl
I
nose.
barely remember her.
Oh.
Scrap it.
Oh,
Okay,
hold
she
on.
has rich girl nose. Do me a favor. Just Google Caroline Bingley.
Oh, I remember her. It just she
Just because look at that nose. Tell me that's not a rich
not
girl nose.
Memorable to me.
That's the nose of my elementary school bully.
Really?
Yes, it's exact.
Are we getting rid of it or are we keeping it?
Keep it for just a second.
Mm-hmm.
I want Julie to take a look at that hot, evil face and tell me.
Who's next?
Who's next? Leave her for now.
Tom Brady.
Leave it.
We added that while you were in the bathroom.
That's hilarious.
Composer, the musical.
Scrap it.
Yeah, I know. Okay. DJ D, Dame Judi Dench.
Keep it.
Okay. Kira of Bride and Prejudice.
Keep it.
Yeah, keep Indira Varma.
C. Wickham.
Scrap it, although that is hilarious.
See
Wickham.
Up where they walk, up where they run, up where I can fuck their daughters for fun.
That was great.
Thanks, it's my specialty.
Kitty Nemesis.
She can go.
William Death Comes Beverly.
I think too mean. He's not fun.
Yeah, he's not very fun.
He's not fun at all.
Buttholes are fun.
He's definitely a big giant asshole. Lieutenant Denny, Nemesis.
No, he can go.
Okay. Lady Kath, Zombies.
Keep
it.
Tits Pervert, BJD.
You could scrap it.
He can go.
Okay. Uncle Jeffrey, BJD.
Leave him.
Okay. And then Wickham, Zombies.
I thought it was Wickham Zombies.
No, it's Darcy Zombies. I put Darcy Zombies.
Didn't Darcy Zombies make the bracket?
Yeah, it's already
You
there.
did, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Wickham is still a butthole. He does lead the horde, but Darcy is the person that actually
get rid of Wickham.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
we have.
You're right about Rich Girl Knows.
Show him her face. I think she is a butthole for having that face.
Yes, totally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a beautiful face,
It's
but it's a butthole face.
She just didn't stand out to me.
All right, she can go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so how many are left then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got to cut 6.
Okay.
All right.
Should I go backwards?
Yes.
Okay. Uncle Jeffrey, BJD.
Gotta go.
Okay. Lady Catherine, Zombies.
Keep her.
Mm-hmm.
Kira, Bride and Prejudice. She's a good butthole.
She is a good butthole, but she's
she's
not quite as much of a butthole as other Caroline Bingleys.
But then she does wear that.
She does have
Burberry
the
bikini.
Burberry bikini.
Leave her.
Oh my
Mary Kierfest.
God. Scrap it.
Yeah.
Dame Judi Dench. She's got to stay, guys. She's such a butthole.
Okay.
Wickham Wishbone. Because
I'm poor.
I'm poor.
Leave him.
Tom Brady.
Scrap it.
Scrap it.
Tom Brady, you're cut. Hit the showers. Words he's never heard before.
Natasha BJD.
Scrap it.
I like her as a dark horse, man.
Man, I just don't think she's
We
enough.
have the entire Xmas at prison.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
We
fine.
don't need another dark horse. Collins Kirafest.
Keep him.
Caroline Bingley Nemesis.
Keep her.
Keep her.
Okay, so now we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4. We're down to 6.
Okay, so we've got 2 Lady Catherines, right? And we've got
We've got
2 Caroline Bingleys,
2 Carolines,
and then
a Wickham and
the
a Collins.
Wickham and a Collins. So why don't we keep the Wickham and the Collins and keep one of each of the others?
Mm-hmm. So it's Lady Catherine from Zombies versus Judi Dench.
Yeah, so
Judi Dench wins. Sorry.
Yeah, Lady Catherine's a zombie. She's a badass.
She is a badass. That's
Yes.
a good point.
Yeah.
Dame Judy. And then do we go Burberry bikini or must be terrible for your family.
God, she's such a butthole.
It's gotta be her.
It's got to be her. I'm sorry, Indira Varma, you're the best, but you're
Great.
not quite as much of a butthole.
Okay, so how much time do we have left?
9 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
we did
this is
well.
doable. Hold on. What are the last 4?
Caroline Bingley Nemesis.
Caroline. All right.
Collins Carefest.
Great.
Wickham Wishbone.
I'm poor.
Love that he made it. And then DJD.
Judy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think I'm missing one. Oh, no, it's because I'm not counting the top. Okay. Now we need to seed them.
Okay.
I think it is obvious who the number 1 seed is based on our
David
reactions.
Bamber.
Yes. Number 1 seed is David Bamber.
Collins Nemesis.
So Collins Nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do proper names
when
later.
we get it. So yes, when we get it filled.
Okay, so refresh me. So the next one should be our last seed, right?
Yes, it should be the lowest.
So do we go 1, 2, 3, 4 like that?
Mm-hmm.
And then, is it from the bottom or the top on the other side?
I can't remember. I think it's the other contender for first seed that would be like the best fight against David Bamber should be on the other side.
it's
Or
right.
wait, is
1,
it this
2,
way?
3,
1,
4,
2, 3, 4.
It's something like that, but yes, because the best contender against David Bamber should be on the other side of the bracket so that they can fight each other eventually, if that's the case, right?
2,
Yeah.
3, 4,
Mm-hmm.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
9, 10,
And then the middle ones are the
11,
lower ones. Yes.
12,
You got it.
13, 14, 15.
This is scintillating listening.
But is it backwards?
R.
Should it be the other way? Because
It's
shouldn't he
R.
be against the 16th seed, not the 15th seed?
No, we're gonna give him that respect.
Okay. All right. Okay, so 1 is Colin's nemesis. Who's your last seed?
Butthole. The Earth's butthole.
No, I feel like that's...
Is that higher?
I don't think that's a dark horse. I think that's an overpowering, catastrophic Earth event.
Okay, then I'm gonna say one of the Marys is gonna be my bottom seed.
There's only one Mary.
Okay, that one's the bottom seed.
Yeah, Mary is always the bottom seed. So Mary nemesis is, oh my God, is Collins versus...
He's going to beat whoever. There's nobody who's going to... He's going all
well,
the way...
then we're
on
seating
a
her
bullet.
too low. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Without Bartley!
Should we just go down in order rather than should we just do 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I...
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so get rid of her.
Yes.
Yeah, get rid of her.
Because then we'll figure out where they're going to land.
Number
Okay.
2 is either one of the Lady Catherines or one of the Mrs. Bennets.
I think number 2... I know we ended up going last for her, but I feel like number 2 is Dame Judi Dench.
Dame Judi Dench.
DJD.
Got it.
For 3, I sort of think maybe that's Adrian Lucas because he's a twofer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Adrian Lucas is gone. Judy is gone. All right. 4. Let's see. Some of the more obvious ones to me. Mrs. Bennet, nemesis. Lydia, Death Comes to Pemberley. Lady Catherine, nemesis.
I think it should be Mrs. Bennet.
I'm actually with Lydia because that's a pairing against Adrian Lucas, and they're the two that we would think would be buttholes together.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah. So
and then Mrs. Bennet
Lydia
on the next
from
one.
DCTP. Death.
And then Mrs. Bennet Nemesis on the other side.
Yep. So then...
From Nemesis?
Yes.
Let's do... You know what? That's where Mary Nemesis goes, I think.
On 6?
Mm-hmm. Like right in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? No, because she should be firmly at 8.
8. Yeah.
Hugh Grant.
Oh,
Probably
yes, Hugh
seated
Grant.
too low,
But you know
frankly.
what? Good. I like to shake it up a little bit in the mid bracket.
So Hugh Grant is 6.
Yeah.
And Mary's going to be
8.
8.
So 7... I think 7 is a good spot for the sinkhole. Also, I really like the idea of sinkhole versus Mary.
Sinkhole versus Mary, or possibly Sinkhole versus Daniel, right? On the other side.
Yes. Okay, and then you've got Mary from...
Yeah,
Okay.
Mary from the Nemesis.
So we've got Collins from Zombies. We've got Darcy from Zombies.
Darcy from Zombies should be next because
Number 9.
he could
Number
have
9?
been the one that was actually
Yes.
bleeding the pigs for people, and that's real butthole.
Okay.
Next has got to be Lady Catherine Nemesis. I think
Yep.
she might also be too low.
Okay.
I think, well, we did Sinkhole.
Mm-hmm.
I think Caroline Nemesis.
Mm-hmm. She's definitely seated too low. But you know what? Like I said, I like to shake it up.
There's not many other spots to
Did
do.
we pick Collins from Kira Fest?
Night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then Collins from Kira. Was that me?
I think so. Because once again,
Collins from Cure Fest was much later on. Like,
Okay.
one of the
Yeah.
last ones.
Collins from Zombies. DeMont from Wishbone. Caroline from Nemesis. And Wickham from Wishbone. Oh, did we not get Jeannie Simpson in the bracket?
I think Caroline from Nemesis is listed
She's
twice.
twice,
Yeah,
yeah.
so one of those is Wishbone.
Okay. It should be whatever the later one is.
The one you just did.
So Wickham Wishbone is 16 last.
Mm-hmm.
And then Caroline
Wishbone.
Wishbone.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You guys, we did that with 3 minutes to spare.
Woohoo! All right, let's refresh our memory on our brackets here.
Okay, so here's our bracket. Up.
Oh fuck! I forgot to tell you my idea for how we were gonna seed it. Shit.
That's all right. It's done.
It's done.
I know, but let me tell you.
Save it for okay.
I was gonna say it should be 2 like conferences, and the conferences are fuck around and find out. Because the people who cause the problems and the people who react to the problems.
Yes, that's funny.
But alas.
Okay,
Yeah,
Janine, take us through it.
Okay, so from the, I'm still going to name them this division. Because it's this side, right?
Yeah, see who's in this division. Maybe it'll just work.
So on this first division is Collins Nemesis versus Caroline Wishbone.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's Adrian Lucas versus Collins Zombies. Then it's Mrs. Bennett Nemesis, Caroline Nemesis.
Oh, that's a tough matchup.
Pairing. That's going to be a tough one.
It's a tough matchup.
And then lastly, I think this one's kind of rough too. Sinkhole versus Darcy Zombies.
And okay, then tell us the other bracket.
And then the other bracket, the other division, DJD versus Wickham Wishbone. I feel like this is going to be like someone's getting blown out of the water in that one.
Yeah, well, someone's getting blown out of the water on both first seats.
Yeah. Next, the next seat is Lydia Death versus Dumont Wishbone.
That one's funny.
That one feels right.
Then we have Hugh Grant versus Collins Kirafest.
Okay.
And last, Mary Nemesis versus Lady Catherine Nemesis.
Fuck around, find out.
Fuck around, find out.
Did it end up? It did kind of end up working.
Sort of. It mostly works. Mostly because Collins both fucks around and finds out. Same with Wickham. He fucks around and he finds out. Because he's married to Lydia.
Yeah. Okay, we did
All right.
it.
Woo. Here we go. Dang, 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 dang. Who is the platinum butthole? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Come on, Julie, get it together.
Yeah.
You act like you've never done Eye of the Tiger in a fight-themed cover band before. Okay, let's start with our first bracket. Our
First
1
pair.
versus 15.
Collins Nemesis versus Caroline Wishbone.
Would
Jeannie
anyone like
Simpson.
to make an argument for Jeannie Simpson?
I love you, Jeannie Simpson. You were great. You were an amazing guest, and you really brought life to that episode of Wishbone. But I'm sorry, it's David Bamber.
I think she could have upset almost anyone else in the entire bracket.
David Bamber is on a bullet to the final round. Our timer just went off.
He also brings a level of like physical comedy too, which unfortunately you're right. Like she brings so much.
She does more. Do that back bend.
It's true.
So
and
good.
Think about that.
Yes, still not enough.
Unfortunately.
David Bamber moves on. So Collins Nemesis, not a surprise in the first matchup.
Okay. Do we want to do all of the find out conference?
And then all the fuck around?
Yeah, let's do all of the find out.
Okay.
Next pairing, Adrian Lucas versus Matt Smith, Collins of Zombies.
Oh.
This is a tough one.
This is a hard one.
Yeah.
I will give my reason for voting for Adrian Lucas. And that is that because Nemesis was so formative for me, when I see that man's face, I immediately think that he is the only Wickham that ever lived. Like, that's just in my mind. And he gives it that, he's got the weird, charmy, smarmy thing, and is, as an adult, rewatching it, is a little bit slimier than you remember him being when you were younger, which I think is maybe by design. I vote for Adrian Lucas.
What about you?
I think Adrian Lucas is the OG butthole, and I feel like he is a template for the butthole inside of Jane Austen's.
Yeah,
he's the triple Wickham.
Yeah, because when it Matt Smith, I don't think anything Matt Smith is reminiscent of what Adrian Lucas did, but I do feel like Matt Smith has learned from Adrian Lucas's butthole.
There is also the thing that Matt Smith's vibe is a little bit Wickham-y in life. So it's a Wickham versus a Wickham playing a Collins.
Yeah.
Because he can get it.
Yeah.
But also, Big fuckboy energy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah, Adrian Lucas.
Adrian Lucas moves on. Thank you for your service, Matt Smith. Even though you're not my favorite, you were very funny, Mr. Collins.
You were very funny, Mr. Collins. So far, this is expected.
That means we've seated correctly.
We have Mrs. Bennet Nemesis versus Caroline Bingley
God,
Nemesis.
this one is so hard
Yeah.
because they're both buttholes par excellence. But one of them is a knowing butthole, like doing it on purpose butthole, and the other one is just completely unaware of their behavior.
Yeah, it's so refreshing. What a loss that must be for your family. Versus Jane will die of a broken heart and then he'll be sorry for what he's done.
Oh my God, it's Mrs. Bennett. It's Mrs. Bennett. She's the original. She's the reason why these girls turned out the way they did, and with the exception of Lizzie and Jane, they're all kind of fucked up.
You shall have a bowl of punch to celebrate her wedding.
It's one thing to be a butthole; it's another thing to be an asshole.
Yes,
I think Caroline Bingley is
an asshole. But she's a butthole too.
She's a butthole.
She is.
But the master butthole in this pairing.
I just think it's Mrs. Bennett.
Yeah, I agree.
Mrs. Bennett.
Yeah. That was a good matchup though. Here we go. Here's the real contention in this conference. This is the game everyone's been looking forward to.
The matchup.
The sinkhole versus Darcy Zombie.
Okay, so in one corner we have a sinkhole that we, the audience, wished would suck us into it.
Yeah,
The sinkhole that inspired a better film.
and the reason why we look back on it as a big butthole is because it didn't actually suck us into it, and we had to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the other hand, a hot asshole who maybe caused a zombie apocalypse.
And it had to do with pigs and blood, and he did it on purpose, maybe. And
He walks around with that jar full of flies.
the flies.
The flies.
It's him.
It's the flies.
The fucking flies.
The shady flies.
Remember that? Don't come into my house and let
Yes.
flies go.
No.
Butthole.
Butthole.
Yes.
Yeah,
He
it's
moves on.
definitely...
Thank you for your service, sinkhole. But
You
I forgot about the flies in
You
the
know,
jar.
the not sucking us into the sinkhole is somewhat canceled out by the bringing us the joy of our alternate version.
I
Yes.
love that one.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So, going out of this round, we are left with Collins, only one upset, Collins, Nemesis. Adrian Lucas, in life. Mrs. Bennett, Nemesis. And Darcy, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Sounds right.
Great.
Moving on.
Now,
To the
the
fuck around
conference.
So our first pairing, it's DJ D versus Wickham Wishbone.
Here's the thing. I'm going to make this argument, and I mean it sincerely. I am not doing this for lols. I promise you.
Okay.
Dame Judi Dench famously won an Oscar for Shakespeare in Love for 8 minutes of screen time. She showed up in her Elizabeth I wig. She killed it for one scene, and she left. She shouldn't have won that Oscar.
No.
But she's Dame Judi Dench. She wins all the time. However, I will take your 8 minutes of screen time wins you an Oscar and see you with one line never forgotten. I'm poor. I'm poor. Now I'm poor.
Oh my
now,
God.
I mean, it is, as much as we love friend of the show, Jeannie Simpson, the purest adaptation choice in any of
That
the
we
adaptations
watched.
we watch
Right.
is Wickham going, now I'm poor. It's like the essence of the character distilled into one line.
You talked me into it.
Judy is obviously great.
Yes.
But you raised the point that she was maybe not quite enough of a butthole when we discussed the best buttholes, right? She's a little in control of herself.
Yes.
Whereas we'll get to her, our other Lady Catherine, not so in control of herself. However, now I'm poor.
It's distilled.
I go with
Money,
you.
please.
Yes.
Oh my God, she's the Mona Lisa Saperstein.
Yep.
He's the Mona Lisa Saperstein of Pride and Prejudice.
He's the worst.
Wickham Wishbone. That is an upset.
Yeah.
I stand by it. The second that pairing went, I was like, you know what? That might be the only person who could beat Dame Judi Dench, and it's specifically because of now I'm poor. I won an Oscar with Shakespeare in Love.
Well, then our next pairing, Lydia from Death Comes to Pemberley and Demont Wishbone.
You know what? Demont is a child. Lydia just acts like a child. Lydia is a grown-ass woman.
I think it's Lydia.
Who continues to act like a child.
I think Demont
is an actual child.
He's processing emotional trauma.
He's going through a lot. Yeah. There are so many hormones in his system. Yeah. He just keeps getting a boner in class. He doesn't understand it.
What to do about it.
Right.
He doesn't understand it.
You're right.
He doesn't know what's happening to his body, whereas Lydia knows exactly what she's doing, as evidenced by that great performance from Jenna Coleman.
One of the best.
Yeah.
I think the best Lydia.
I think the best Lydia and one of my favorite Pride and Prejudice performances in total. Mm-hmm. If we were just doing like the best individual performance, she would be in the mix with me with like Colin Firth and Kira and some of the other big ones. Anyway.
Okay. Our next pairing, Hugh Grant versus Collins Kirafest.
Oh, Hugh Grant.
Oh, okay. You're right.
I mean,
he's standing in the pot. Jesus.
The cigarette's still hanging out.
That wet white blouse.
Woo! Great.
I mean, I think he is a potential dark horse to win it all. I'm not gonna lie.
He is an excellent butthole.
He is. And he's so, you know what? There is an example, that character specifically, of someone who you hate. This is a tie-in to an episode that our patrons will hear on our Patreon page, is hot despite being the worst.
Just the worst.
Because
still hot. Still hot.
So hot.
We talked about it. I would still let that guy wreck my vagina, even though I know he's nothing but trouble.
Yes. That's why he belongs in it makes sense that to me, the front runner in the fuck around bracket is Daniel Cleaver.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay,
that was easy.
Our last pairing on this round, Mary Nemesis versus Lady Catherine Nemesis.
Lady Catherine Nemesis.
Where thou art hold on. It is important that sisters protect their virtue.
Are the shades of Pemberley to be thus polluted?
But I live here. You can't get rid of me.
What's the other one?
I'm in your family. You cannot escape my awfulness.
Oh, no, the one, I'm most displeased.
Put out.
I'm most put out.
You speak your opinion very decidedly for her young person.
Silly headstrong girl.
Obstinate headstrong
It's her.
girl.
It's her.
But I mean,
Mary's very
where thou art late.
Mary's also middle child.
And a known quantity.
Fucking
Lady Catherine blows in.
I mean, she does show up at their house uninvited. Respect. This woman took a road trip
to diss someone.
Many hours just to go, you suck. And you know what she does? Fucks around.
You're right.
And you know what she does after?
Finds out.
She finds out. Okay, fair. Right, you've convinced me.
That was a good mashup, though. Lady.
I am most put out.
Okay.
Exceedingly put out?
Exceedingly put out.
Exceedingly put out.
Fuck around. We are... so what do we do now? Do I announce
to review our pairings from the Fuck Around Conference.
So our pairings from the Fuck Around Conference now are Wickham Wishbone versus Lydia Death.
Ooh.
And then Hugh Grant versus Lady Catherine.
This is good. Okay, so how do we want to do these next 4 matchups?
Semi-final round?
Yeah. What's the most entertaining order? I think maybe our leadoff game is Darcy Zombies versus Mrs. Bennet Nemesis. Okay. That seems really close to me.
Like all the way up.
Oh, I think we go with the most suspenseful to the least suspenseful. Mm-hmm. What are the other ones?
So we have Collins Nemesis versus Adrian Lucas.
Okay.
We have Wickham Wishbone versus Lydia Death.
Okay.
Hugh Grant versus
Lady Catherine.
I think that's our last one.
Okay.
I think we do Darcy Zombies, and then we do Lucas Collins, and then we do Wishbone Lydia, and then we do Lady Catherine and Daniel Cleaver. Is Wickham the only person we have 2 of?
That tracks, though.
Because there's 1 Collins, 2 Wickhams, 1 Mrs. Bennet, 1 Darcy.
We have
3 Wickhams.
We have 3 Wickhams.
Well, Wickham is the butthole. The butthole of Pride and Prejudice.
1 Lydia.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
And 1 Lady Catherine. Cool. Yeah, 3 Wickhams.
Okay. Well, triple Wickham.
Oh!
And then
that was our minds.
So,
That was our minds being blown. Janine just blew our minds.
So our first pairing does not contain a Wickham.
Okay.
Mrs. Bennet, Nemesis, versus Darcy, Zombie.
Julie, you're the Darcy Zombies champion. You lead off.
Okay, first of all, he looked like the low rent version of Bill Hader. And so
See, I think he looks like Edward Scissorhands without the scissor hands.
yeah.
That's
A
true.
little too
Not
goth.
Johnny Depp. Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, like the bargain basement, Edward Scissorhands. Like the like if Edward Scissorhands, but his hands were kindergarten scissors, little plastic ones.
Safety scissors.
Safety scissors.
See, I think he's a
Edward
little bit
Safety
that,
Scissors?
and then he's fucking Billy Butcherson from Hocus Pocus.
A little. That's just
Who-
because he's tall.
Can get it. No, like similar hair.
Maybe not.
Also,
first of all,
the flies.
The flies. That's the second point. Don't come into my house and release flies into the air. That's like maybe the biggest butthole.
If you
thing.
think I'm a zombie, talk to me in private.
yeah, take me aside.
You don't have to roast me in public like
Ugh.
that.
Also, get your flies out of my house.
Yeah.
Also, where are you getting the flies? Oh, right. It's because you have this setup with all these pigs that you're bleeding and people are eating the blood. Did you do this? Did you do it on purpose? We'll never know. Oh, boy.
Well, when they make that sequel,
No, that's not happening.
That's not happening.
just like the Mario Brothers sequel, that'll never happen.
He is a butthole. He is not more of a butthole than the person he's up against.
Well, Mrs. Bennet really does mean well.
But man,
Can a
when
person
she-
who means well really
Yes.
be a butthole?
because when they say things that they have absolutely no respect for how it will affect another person because they just
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think that way.
Yeah.
It just tumbles out of their mouth. And it's like if your mom was like that, like if you were Lizzie and you heard that, you grew up with that shit every day. Can you just imagine the trauma of like listening to that person?
I'm with you on this
Counterpoint,
one.
if Mrs. Bennet had not pressured Mr. Bennet to introduce himself to Mr. Bingley when he moved to Netherfield Park, when Netherfield Park was let at last, if she
This
hadn't done
entire
that,
situation
the whole
would
story
never-
those
wouldn't happen.
two young women would never have found their truest loves.
Well, if that's the argument, though, then Pride and Prejudice and Zombies wouldn't have happened if Darcy hadn't done what he did.
Well, we don't know that for sure, though.
Yeah,
That's
but
up
we
in the
don't
air.
really know. That's because it was a question at the end that we all had was, did he do this on purpose?
I'm with Julie on the fact that she's a butthole for being unaware. Like, and the effect she has on people.
It's
I'm
a
with
lot.
it.
And the actress who plays her, once again, I forget the names. I'm terrible at this. Is so good at that part that she just, oh God, she just increases my anxiety whenever she's on screen. She's just a butthole.
All right. I
Yeah.
concede
I'm going Mrs. Bennet.
in the find out bracket.
In the find out bracket. Okay. Our next pairing. You're looking up her name.
Yes,
Yeah.
Allison Steadman.
Thank you, Allison Steadman. Famous actress, Allison Steadman.
So our next pairing in our semifinals. Wait, is this semifinals?
Quarterfinals, maybe?
Quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Quarterfinals. Collins, Nemesis, versus Adrian Lucas. This one's a little tough.
It's Collins.
It's Collins.
Adrian Lucas.
I'm surprised.
This is an appropriately seated bracket, but
yeah.
Yes, it's Collins. It's David Bamber for
Yeah.
life. David
it's,
Bamber forever.
remember when he also takes a road trip just to go, I'm sorry your sister is such a slut.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Good thing I didn't marry one of you. He did take a road trip just to do that.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3 of our quarterfinal. Wickham, Wishbone
I love that he's made it this far.
versus
He might make it farther.
Lydia Death.
No, I think it's Lydia.
But the whole point,
I know. Just
she's
the one line.
she's well rounded. Like she's got more depth. There are moments where you genuinely feel for Lydia, because Jenna Coleman gives her such depth. That doesn't mean she's not also a huge butthole. She is. You just want to punch her the entire time.
Yeah.
However, she's a butthole who is also a product of a fucked up upbringing,
Hereditary
who has a very troubled marriage, who recognizes that her assholishness is a coping mechanism.
She's very complex. Like
You're right.
Yeah, we feel for her.
And then counterpoint, now I'm poor.
Shit.
Now I'm
no way.
poor.
Is this happening?
He really does distill everything into one.
He
line.
does.
Fuck.
He does.
Oh my God, this
I'm now I'm poor.
Now I'm poor.
Wishbone.
Money, please.
Oh my God, we gotta have his name ready. By the way, if he somehow goes all the way.
I'll get it ready.
Okay. Well, then our fourth pairing in the quarterfinals.
This one's tough.
Hugh Grant versus Lady Catherine, Nemesis.
I think it's Hugh Grant.
I do too. Listen,
Wait, let me look her up. I'm going to put some respect on that name. Keep talking.
She's very good, but that Hugh Grant entrance, all the weird like negging that he does,
Yes.
the workplace harassment,
Yes.
and then on top of all of that, he has the audacity to look that hot.
Yeah.
Which
Uh-oh.
really, the audacity. And then he's being a dick to Darcy. Obviously, just like all Wickhams, he tells that lie about Darcy. But here it's so much worse because it's actually like he tells it backwards. It's not just a distorting of the facts.
Mm-hmm.
It's, he stole my fiance, when in reality he stole his fiance.
Yes.
And
Super butthole.
then he has the audacity, and he makes fun of poetry. And he's publishing that. And he's publishing that terrible book, which I cannot remember the name of right now because
it's like motorcycle something.
Kafka's Motorbike. It's Kafka's Motorbike.
That's
Because
right.
what popped in my head was Mozart's Ghost, which is the program that Sandra Bullock clicks on in the net that ruins her life.
I gotta rewatch that.
Mozart's Ghost.
We reference that film quite a lot.
Well, it's because I love a Sandra Bullock movie.
I do too. So yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. Have
Barbara
fun.
Lee Hunt.
Barbara Lee Hunt, you are an icon.
Legendary performance.
Oh, that's good, because you know what that is? That's a Wickham v. Wickham bracket.
That makes sense.
The fuck around bracket comes down to Wickham v.
versus
Wickham.
Wickham.
That
Okay.
is,
That
could not
makes
be
sense.
better.
So
Tell us our final four.
our final four from the Find Out conference. We got Collins, Nemesis versus Mrs. Bennett.
Oh!
And then from the Fuck Around conference, Wickham, Wishbone, Hugh Grant.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Yeah. Both of these are weirdly easy for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we start with Fuck Around?
Sure.
Let's start with the fuck around conference.
Fuck around.
No,
Remind me.
let's start with Find Out. Let's
Okay,
leave
Find
our
Out.
Wickham versus Wickham.
Okay.
Okay, Lady Catherine versus David. Mrs. Bennett, Allison Steadman versus David Bamber's Mr. Collins.
Both from Nemesis.
Mr. Collins.
I gotta say, I agree.
I mean, he's the number one seed for a reason.
His performance is maybe the best performance in the entire miniseries.
You know, he does for sweating what Tobias Menzies did for Jacked.
Yes.
He's
Swacked.
Swacked him.
Okay.
Yes, David Bamber.
Collins,
Yeah.
Nemesis.
Yeah.
Thank you, Allison Steadman. You were incredible in that role, and every time I see you, my butthole seizes up. But Mr. Collins, man, for life.
Ooh.
Okay. I feel like this could be a really good debate, but obviously Julie has her mind made
I
up
think
already.
I don't really have my mind made up, but it's very difficult to beat Hugh Grant here, I think.
So Wickham, Wishbone versus Hugh Grant.
I'm saying Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
Mm-hmm.
Allison.
Hold on.
Are you?
She's gonna play
pull
him
up-
say.
I'm putting some respect on his name.
Thank you.
There.
Looking up his name.
First impressions, 9 November 1995.
Ooh, man,
That's kind of right now.
that is.
November the 9th-ish.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Jeannie Simpson, I hope you're listening to this. We still love you.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Nemmers.
That's right. We've said his name before.
Okay,
Joe.
let's see what else. What else does Joe Nemmers have going on? Just curious. The Downwinders, The Chosen, The Sun. Lots of those. Segfault, don't know what that is. Oh, he did an episode of Claws. Good for him.
Mm-hmm.
American Crime. Great. He's
working.
He did 2 episodes of Breaking Bad, part of TV history. DEA agent Scott.
Cool.
All right.
Okay. I think the case you've made about his distillment of Wickham into a line just cannot stand up to the persona in which Hugh Grant brings.
Well, here's the thing. Hugh Grant is maybe the only Wickham in this list where I totally get it.
Yes.
He would have fooled me too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And even knowing what I know, he could probably still get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm poor. It is a genius line reading.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree. I think it's Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
Okay.
So we've got a Collins versus a Wickham. That seems appropriate.
That they are the two largest buttholes in the story.
Relaxed buttholes.
Yeah. Well, buttholes that are men, and so they don't give a shit about their butthole, isn't it? Well, that's what makes Mrs. Bennett so good, is because she doesn't care either. But they're men who don't really face a lot of repercussions for their buttholery till the end.
Mm.
Collins never has a repercussion. Right?
Oh, sure he does.
Well, he marries Luke. He marries Charlotte.
Yeah, but he faces Lady Catherine's wrath because she's all mad. Because
Oh, I
Lizzie
guess
marries...
that's
Yeah, they have to
true.
hightail it back to... What's it?
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so he does face a
Also,
consequence.
his happy ending wasn't so much marrying Charlotte as it was having one over on Lizzie and being able to be like, do not worry about your attire. Simply wear whatever you think is best. She likes to have the distinction of rank preserved, right? He likes being able to pull one over, like to hold one over Lizzie. Mm-hmm. And then he loses that because she marries
the big guy.
The big guy.
You're right. He does find out.
He does find out. Hugh Grant fucks around. Mr. Collins finds out.
Does Hugh Grant find out though?
No,
not really, because he can just keep on living
but
his
does
life.
That
being
make
hot.
him? Does that make him the bigger butthole? Because oh no, does he just keep fucking the supermodel?
That's true.
I mean, he doesn't find true love with Bridget.
I don't think he's capable of true love.
Remember when he shows up drunk at her birthday?
Yeah.
And then he gets in the fight with Colin Firth?
Man, it's like tearing it out from the inside, but I think you're right. I think it's Hugh Grant is the winner.
What do you think?
David Bamber.
Should we leave it up to the people?
Okay. Let's
What do you think?
I think let's leave it up to the die.
Oh my God. A final roll. Oh, it feels so fraught.
I've got 3 D20s in here. No, I've got 4 D20s in there. We could roll all 4 D20s, and we can see how this lies.
Well, it's interesting. Of course, we always love a dice roll on our show.
Yeah.
But is it more interesting if we let other people duke it out, or does that incite riots?
I think it incites riots. We've got a very strong situation. These are strong contenders.
It's very difficult.
And we've made good cases. And here's the thing. I actually agree that Hugh Grant is the butthole.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I think we could give it to Hugh Grant, but Collins is. David Bamber is.
It's the
right
most
there.
excellent butthole.
So.
We're gonna take a short break to feel our feelings. It's a lot like that episode of Drag Race in season 1 where Rue has to choose between Bibi Zahara Benet and Angina during their lip sync to Britney Spears' Stronger, and she says, "This decision is too difficult. I need a moment." And she just walks away. I miss season 1.
Me too.
Play that fake yakety sax. Hi, Kate. How you doing?
I'm good. I am in the car. Can you hear me all right?
Yep. So you're getting a call mid Sick Burn Jane episode because we have come to an important decision, and so we are seeking help from a few of our favorite people. We are to our final 2 in our butthole bracket.
The Platinum Pooper.
I'm sorry, the Platinum Pooper. For the best butthole from any of the adaptations we've watched so far. The final 2 are from the Fuck Around bracket, Hugh Grant and Bridget Jones's Diary, and from the Find Out bracket, Collins from Nemesis, David Bamber.
Oh man, my PP burns strong. I have to go Bamber, but I think that either way is going to be a good call.
Okay.
Okay. So because it's your PP, your pick is Bamber.
Yeah, it's been too long since I saw Bridget Jones' Diary, though, so it could be recency bias for my viewing. I'm intrigued by because they're very different pros and cons.
Yes, very different.
Yes.
Because I feel like Grant, he's definitely platinum pooper material, and yet you would make those mistakes anytime. Like, you totally get it, and you would walk right into those mistakes again.
Yes, you would. And by those mistakes, you mean his penis.
Yes.
Are you in the car with Connie? Are we assaulting her ears with our foul language?
She's asleep.
Okay,
good.
Asleep, so I think we're good. But,
okay.
I can, report back later if, I can send you a therapy bill.
Yeah, all of a sudden, if she starts going, butthole. All right. Yeah. You vote for David Bamber. That is a huge help. Friend of the show, Kate Kulzick. Thank you so much. Drive safely.
Thank you.
I look forward to listening.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Hilarious.
Now. Okay. Now we call our second special guest.
I like that we have a phone.
We had to phone a friend.
We had to phone a friend here.
We did.
Yeah.
This is chaotic.
Yes.
It's like our lost episode.
I'm worried we will lose this one.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi, Keenan. So
Hi,
as
friends. What's up?
as I mentioned in my text, you are getting a call mid Sick Burn Jane episode because we have come to a fork in the road and we need your input. We also called friend of the show.
I have to finish chewing a cheese puff so it doesn't go into audio. Hold, please.
That's fair because 3 out of 5.
Mouth
You're making mouth sounds.
Yeah,
we get
mouth
it.
Sounds.
We get it.
We don't want mouth sounds.
No, we
mouth
don't.
Sounds. Okay.
Especially because I'm pretty sure I already got some donut sounds. Sorry, everybody. Okay, so Keenan.
Hi.
We are down to our final 2. In the fuck around bracket, our final contender is Hugh Grant from Bridget Jones's Diary, and this is for the Platinum Pooper. This is our
Big
ultimate butthole from all of the Pride and Prejudice adaptations we've watched. So from the fuck around conference, Hugh Grant, Bridget Jones's Diary, and from the find out conference, Collins from Nemesis, David Bamber.
She's shocked into silence.
I want you to know that Wickham from Wishbone made it all the way to the final 4.
Listen, this is what I would want. This is what I would hope. Okay. Huh. This is a really tight race, you guys.
The sphincter is tight on this butthole.
This is why we had to phone a friend.
It's a very tight butthole.
Yeah.
We also did the sinkhole from Christmas at Pemberley Manor, by the way, just so you know.
Well, I am glad to hear that these two eclipsed the sinkhole. Oh gosh, part of me, and this is incredibly base and pedestrian of me, but I want to go with Hugh Grant on account of just incredible attractiveness and charisma. No disrespect to David Bamber, but they intentionally did stuff to him, and he did physical stuff that is just a big yikes all around. But oh man, I think in terms of malevolence, definitely Hugh Grant from Bridget Jones' Diary. Like he's a little more malicious. Well, I don't know. Collins is malicious too. Guys,
I know it's very difficult.
Tough. That's why we're calling you. We called friend of the show Kate Kulzick too. And we're
like, let's call the least decisive person we know. It's Kenan. I still think it's Hugh Grant and Bridget Jones because I think he does more damage to Bridget's heart, and I love Bridget's heart, and I don't want or the Elizabeth figure's like inner self. I think Hugh Grant in Bridget Jones is more destructive than Collins, who is just like, oh my guy, you're the worst.
Great.
So that's what I'm going to come down on.
That's very good reasoning. Okay, thank you so much, Keenan. You have been zero help because Kate picked Collins. That's okay, because now we're gonna call it your sister, and then she's gonna say it's a tie, and then we're gonna throw up our hands and walk into the sea.
Yep.
Okay. Bye.
Good luck, y'all.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh my God. This is hilarious.
This is great.
It just goes to show what a good matchup it is.
This is divisive.
It is.
Here, whenever you're ready.
Julie's getting herself some more coffee. That's how you know this is serious.
Yeah.
This is serious biz.
Brew a whole nother.
Oh, no, I don't want FaceTime audio. What? Wow, that
sound
sounded
was really cool.
That was really cool. Okay, if we don't get Scotty on the phone, then we're just gonna roll. Oh, you put him away.
Oh, I'll grab him. I was focused on the coffee.
Thanks, Janine.
Okay. If Scotty calls back, great. If not, we're just gonna roll. And then if it feels wrong, if the result feels wrong, that's how we'll know.
That's when Scotty comes in. All right.
Well, no, that's how we'll know.
Oh.
If we roll and the result feels wrong.
So how do you want to
Just like we always do, because then we
You're
just
right.
cheat.
So are we rolling? Did we give anyone advantage? How are we doing this?
Well, I think we always do our advantages cheats, right?
Yeah.
So how about this? We won't use the big guy. We'll each have. So they each have their own different die.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who's who?
Well,
The blue one is Daniel because of the water.
yeah, and the ship one is Mr. Collins because I can see that being his hobby.
Yeah.
Or he's full of ship.
Both.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. That's a strong win for Hugh Grant there. 16
16-3.
to 3. And that doesn't feel wrong.
I think it's Hugh Grant.
I think it's Hugh Grant.
Is it?
I know. It's such a hard decision, but I really do think it's Hugh Grant. Because that doesn't, I like Janine said, that doesn't feel wrong to me that he won the dice toss.
But there is something to the notion that he doesn't find out. He doesn't find
He
out.
never finds out.
Don't the buttholes always find out?
No.
That's actually what makes him
That's
a big
actually
butthole.
that actually makes him the supreme butthole because
Yeah.
he's never going to experience any consequences and he's just going to keep doing it. It's
Yeah.
like never-ending butthole.
And he's still hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So
He
the
wins.
fact that it feels wrong is why it's right.
Also played by Hugh Grant, one of cinema's great buttholes.
Yes.
He plays a lovely romantic lead, but Hugh Grant is one of our most
Paddington
cherished.
2.
Oh,
Is the best butthole.
he really is. Phoenix Buchanan, for your consideration. He's really great. Hugh Grant says that might be the best movie I've ever made. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Also, a very English scandal. Huge butthole. Huge butthole.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, shit. I'm writing it down.
All right.
Oh my God.
Daniel Cleaver.
Are you comfortable with this?
Yes, I am. Daniel Cleaver from Bridget Jones' Diary, the Wickham stand-in. It feels right that it's a Wickham.
Because he had the audacity to be that hot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow.
Guys, we did it.
We did it. We did an entire... Everybody got to see how the sausage was made.
I can't wait to do this again for Emma.
I will... I
Spoiler,
can't wait to,
Alan Cumming is going to take it all.
Yeah.
Just so we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I know what party plays, I can already see it. It'll be really interesting to edit this episode. Since I just let it record the entire time, I'm going to be like, how much sausage did I need to hear?
The answer is not as much as we think.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, wait, no, that's copyright. I'm just looking at this little tentacle.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for us, but I'm not going to do the list right now because
That's
I'm going to
okay.
record a separate thing. I'm going to send it to you.
Yep.
So I guess this is just where I'll just say that Emma's next.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Imbibe and Prejudice Volume 1.
Yay, we did it.
Who's your number one everything from all of the Pride and Prejudices?
My favorite.
Like scene, moment, costume, anything. One thing. Actor.
Colin Firth as Darcy coming out of the pond forever.
Okay, what about you?
Wishbone dancing.
You know what? That's a really good choice.
The dog dancing is very
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Tire Swing, Charlotte Lucas.
That's good.
No,
too.
I mean, not a tire swing. It's not a tire. because
like bench swing.
No, it's round though.
Ring.
Some kind of round swing.
Like a wheel, but it looks like a tire swing, but it's certainly not a tire swing.
Yeah, it's because it's not
no vulcanized rubber.
It came off their pickup. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that. Also, I saw Cruella yesterday, guys. Both of the Emmas are so good in that.
Oh, good,
cool.
Emma Thompson just having the best time, living her Kate Blanchett fantasy.
Yes.
And Emma Stone also having the best time, just the best time. And the fashion, my goodness, it's for real. Did you know
it's
Cruella for real? Did you know Cruella DeVille invented Vivienne Westwood? Because I didn't.
Is that true?
I mean according to this movie, it is.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a fictional character.
All right,
truly.
so stay tuned for your long list of patrons that I will try to read as fast as I can and inevitably have to take several catch breaths.
Okay, so here's the thing. Every time I say I'm going to record the thing later, I inevitably forget, and then Thursday comes and I get a very polite text from Julie saying, hey, just a reminder. Psst, it's always like the third reminder. Just a reminder that you have to record the outro. Which is fine, because then I do it on Thursday and I send it to her. Only Tom is playing D&D in the other room, so I'm whispering this into my phone, and if you hear somebody talking in a voice like this, it's because there's a role-playing game happening just beyond the bedroom door. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to Imbibe and Prejudice, all the many, many volumes. We had the best time. We are going to obviously return to Pride and Prejudice again in the future, but for right now, we're going to be vibing with Emma. We're very excited. You can follow along with that adventure by following us on Twitter at SickBurnJane or at PodlanderCast. You can find us on Instagram at both of those places, SickBurnJane, PodlanderCast, and also Podlander Presents. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/PodlanderCast. You can find us on Patreon, where you can support the show, get access to bonus episodes, including our new Patreon-only series of minisodes, which is called, what now? Our first episode's about Aaron Rodgers. Anyway, you can find all of those wonderful things, including the Slack, at patreon.com/PodlanderDrunkcast. We want to thank all of our patrons who make the show possible, but we especially want to thank the following lovely folks: Just Bree, Catspaw156, Maddie Perkins, Snazzy Neck, Lisa Brienne, Julia Gulia, Kathleen Martini, Lauren Tennant, Kelsey Kemp, Madison Johnson, Emily Day, Betsy English, Caitlin Reddick, Ashley Tegason, Kristen Freckled, Fury, Laura Coleman, Amelia Bazell, Liz and Tinkerbell, Stella Welch, Tori Halligan, Claire Feeney, Rochelle Lefevre, Amanda Smizabazabazah, Heather Robbins, Jerry Hurdle, Emily Carlson, Amy Gustafson, Rachel Townsend, Kelly Mazzella, Chantel Salters, Mary the Falling Statue, Tara Lucchino, Viv Pickles, a.k.a. Laura, Mary of the Grapefruit, Jenna Polkowski, Ann Gibson, Ruth McCormick, Kara Marlowe, Trish McCurry, Julie DeToit, Jen Lynn, Kelly Bodden, Amanda Newton, and Kiki the Wise. We will be back soon with Emma. Emma. Bye.